there, my lovely legionnaires. How are we doing this morning?
I'm enjoying. I was enjoying the riveting tale that Avi was just telling us.
Also, thank you, Maestro Rosie VT. Thank you for following. So, we're doing Streamloots cards again today. That's gonna be what we do on Wednesdays.
Okay.
Easy.
So we'll be drawing Kasuga. We'll be drawing our dear Juby, Hazel, and Trace.
Yeah, I was just about to ask who this fellow was.
This is Kasuga. Kasuga's a lot. Welcome to yet another character I made to kiss one of Mortis's baby boys.
Okay.
Nice.
So, you know what? I'm happy to learn. Bro kisses men.
Bro just kisses, to be honest. He is actually, he is a whore literally and figuratively.
Oh my god, just like me.
He's
just like me for real.
He's a funny little sex worker.
Yeah!
So Kasuga, as you can tell, is a kitsune. He's also albino.
Little silly guy, yeah.
Okay, but am I allowed a little smooch from him?
You are allowed a little smooch.
Good.
Yeah.
The thing about him though, is that he's a little unhinged.
I love that.
Oh my god.
He has killed and eaten people before.
Oh, fuck yeah. We love a king.
Sometimes you get a little hungry. He deserves a little flesh as a treat.
Well, he doesn't eat flesh.
Elaborate.
He eats souls.
Oh.
He deserves a little soul as a treat.
Listen,
Listen, it might have been. You just said he ate people. I just assumed it was cannibalism.
No, his husband eats people. The cannibalism.
There we go.
He doesn't like to. Ryuji doesn't like eating people, but he does sometimes.
Listen, they balance each other out. One eats the souls, one eats the bodies. It makes sense.
Well, Ryuji doesn't like eating people. But
Shame.
It's truly.
He doesn't have a choice anymore.
Well, truly, it's I can fix him. I can make him worse.
Ah.
I can make.
But Kasuga's like, oh, he doesn't like hurting people. That's really cute. I like that a lot. I'll hurt people for him.
God.
Oh my god.
Listen, I could fix him, but why would I want to?
Kasuga just understands it clearly. Is what I think I'm getting from this information.
All I'm saying is that your kitsune and my kitsune should be friends.
They would be friends.
All I'm saying.
Sayun just shoots people.
All I'm saying is.
I'll do Gift Wizard. Okay, Google, set a timer for 2 minutes.
All I'm saying is I should really make a kitsune character someday.
I love Kasuga. He's one of the more interesting characters of mine to write for because he's a very he is what's a good way to describe this? He's very he's a little weird in that like he's a very like he's a man who schemes, first of all, which is, you know, one of my favorite things. You know that. But, like, in a very interesting sort of way, he's more of a, like, social espionage kind of guy.
Okay.
He is... No, not morally grey. He's not a good person. But, like...
Oh, and he's bad for me.
He's the kind of person who's like, oh, you mildly inconvenienced a person I like. I'm going to obliterate your entire, like, social circle. Think about that next time, dipshit.
I'm so glad you had to say that while doing the Gift Wizard's voice, by the way. I'm really happy about that personally.
One of my favorite instances of this was so he does like video content, as it were. Wink wonk.
Okay.
So his shit is like, oh, you were rude to me, or you called me a slur. Cool. I'll let you get away with that in the moment. Just so you know, the next upload is me fucking the living shit out of your husband.
Cool.
So now everyone knows. Okay, Google, stop.
Shit, damn it.
But yeah,
I didn't want to interrupt. I wanted to do a thing.
it's the energy of like, I'm going to ruin you socially and emotionally, and there's kind of nothing you can do about that. And as far as I'm concerned, you deserve it, actually. So, shrug.
Hi, bro.
Hi, Brooke.
Hey, Brooke.
Oh.
How do you feel?
My ear still feels a little weird, so I don't know if I'm just gonna give it a full 24 hours or so.
Yeah, it'll probably feel weird for a bit.
What happened?
To go back to normal. And if I still feel a little muffly, then I know I just have a little bit of hearing loss in this ear, and I'm just gonna have to deal with that.
Oh.
Brooke had to go
But
to
I paid $60 to get my ear Luigi Mansioned.
They sucked out the ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Before I forget and my mental moment passes, Gifty, how are you? I miss you. I hope you are well.
I'm doing great. We're sitting and we're plotting out the new park rides. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
Delightful. Yes.
You know,
Will the park rides kill people?
No!
No.
can the park rides kill people?
I mean, hypothetically. You can listen. You can kill anybody with anything if you try hard enough, if you believe.
If you don't listen to the safety videos at the beginning of the rides and die, that's your own fault.
Oh, dude.
A zero works
Hell
very
yeah.
hard to make sure everything's functional.
I got a fucking amusement park story for you guys because one Bruce, who again must reiterate, horrible, terrible, garbage human being. Love him though. He first of all, he did in fact get. I don't know if I sent you the picture, but I have a picture of him on my computer now, just making Archipelago work.
Yeah, you did send it to me.
Good. So he works at Legoland. And he was telling me, because he runs one of the rides, the like the Soarin' Over California ride based on the Lego movie, and he was telling me that this kid was in the ride who got on, went on the ride, and then kept sitting on it. And he kept sitting on the ride, and Bruce just didn't tell him to leave because it was just a kid by himself. He was like, whatever, I'm not telling him to get back in line. Fuck that. And this kid got on the ride and stayed on it like 40 times. And eventually, this dude walks in and does not even ask, have you seen my son? He just says, all right, we're going. And the son gets up and leaves.
That's crazy.
You know,
Heaton, I have something delightful to tell you.
Shout out to that kid's autism. Yeah?
So, back when the campaign TM was happening,
Yeah.
one of my roommates really likes Gift Wizard.
Aw, I'm so glad. Thank you.
So I mentioned that I was like talking to you. And we made like he overheard me talking about the Gift Wizard, and all I heard from the other side of the house is the blue cunt is no longer allowed on Gift Wizard land.
The blue cunt is no longer allowed on Gift Wizard property.
you know,
That's crazy.
you know. I love the Gift
But is he
Wizard.
wrong?
That's
No.
nuts.
I love the Gift Wizard. Like, obviously, I wouldn't have jokingly came up with the present pimp if I didn't like the Gift Wizard. But like, the Gift Wizard's such a quirky little guy.
Every day I sit down and I think to myself about the brief like 2-week window after I had decided that like this was what I was gonna do, where I was petrified that people were gonna think he was annoying.
No.
No.
I was-
And now he's the best thing to have ever happened.
And now he's
You-
he's my living legacy, and you know what? I'm alright with that.
You have to remember that we are a demographic of people that love one Spampton G Spampton. The internet loves funny little guys.
I was like, that's actually a great comparison because Toby Fox thought Spampton would be hated and found as annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
And his fucking focus group thought he was weird and scary, and then he went with it anyway. And then it was like, no, he's the most beloved character, and now he's the reason that fucking Alex Rochon's the funny tea.
I think every day about that fucking focus group who were like, no, we don't like Spampton, and I just picture Toby Fox being like, no, I have a feeling, and then he was right.
I thought for a fucking second you were gonna say, yeah, it reminds me of Toby Fox because he loves the Gift Wizard.
Listen, if I found out that Toby Fox liked the Gift Wizard, oh god, okay, wait a minute. Speaking of people, speaking of people I admire, saying things to me, I have to. I have to share with chat. I completely forgot to tell you about it when it happened. I have to share with you the fucking reskate I got from fucking Trevor Henderson.
I saw your conversation with him, and that last skeet that he put out haunts my nightmares, actually.
It's so fucking funny. So we were having a conversation in the house. We were just talking about fucking, oh god, I can't find it. Where the fuck is it? I posted screenshots in the group chat. Hang on. So we were talking about I don't remember. Was it you who asked? Yeah, it was you. It was you who asked. Who said, "Do you think holy water works on ghost type Pokemon?" Was how it started.
You asked me that question.
Oh yeah, I asked you. I said, "Do you think holy water works on ghost types?" Justin said yes. And we started having like an actual conversation. I said, "Do you think holy water works on Longhorse?" Oh, here it is. Okay, so I said, do you think holy water works on Longhorse? We couldn't come up with a consensus. So, so I posted on Blue Sky, I tagged Trevor Henderson, and I said, "I summon you to solve a dispute about Best Boy Longhorse. Is he affected by holy water, or would he but simply be confused?" Trevor Henderson, the creator of Longhorse, you may know him as the creator of Siren Head, responded a minute later, like immediately, with, quote, "In the world of my art and creatures, there is no power in religion. Holy water would mean nothing." I responded with, "What a horrifying answer. Thank you so much for your time." And he responds with, "There are no gods here. No one is coming to save us. Have a good night."
Trevor Henderson, the man that you are.
Trevor Henderson, the man that you are. That was so fucking funny. I was like, I've also, like, responded. He's responded to me a couple of times on Blue Sky, and I keep responding to his posts because I love him. Also, he's also in the camp of, the term elevated horror is, a fucking scourge upon this world, and you know what? Based of him, honestly.
He's a Chad! Let's go!
Yuri the Fluffy Puppy, thank you for following. I appreciate it.
I have a vampire question for you. I don't know if this is like an all vampire thing or just a Hellsing thing.
Go for it.
Because Ellie and I started watching Hellsing last night. Well, we started watching Hellsing Ultimate last night. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I got to see many shots of Sur Integra from a 3/4 angle, and that was awesome. So they talk about the only way to turn a vampire is if it is a vampire biting a virgin of the opposite sex.
So
If you're a lesbian,
yeah.
and you're a woman who's only had sex with women, what is the ruling on that?
Okay. Do you want what I think the Helsing answer is, what the classical answer is, or...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The classical answer is it probably still counts.
Cool.
Because, spoilers, because, well, actually, no. The Helsing answer is probably, that it doesn't count. That you had sex, no. The classical answer is probably that it still counts, specifically because, classical vampire mythos, something, sexual deviancy, something, women don't count.
You know what I say?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Based. Me too.
Beaton and Brooke,
Yeah.
you and Call in the chat get to know that I was right. I fucking write Star Wars.
Okay.
What does
Literally,
that...
the episode we're gonna watch today is called "Can't Say I Remember No Atten."
I knew it.
Well.
Justin
Chat.
was on it.
Justin?
Chat.
Call it.
Danica, finish your thought.
I was just gonna say, Justin, I need to know.
No, you don't.
Oh. Damn.
Wait, but how am I gonna know what happened to Gaper Bingzoid?
Gaper
Yeah,
Bingzoid.
By consuming the media.
What was
Shut
my
up.
one video said that was awesome?
Oh,
Yo
Glob
made up a fake Jedi Master, and I was like, that one's too real.
Gazebo.
Theo just had that off the cuff.
Yeah, Glob Gazebo it was.
That's amazing. Jinky minus.
Jinky minus.
Jeremy, what's the... Wait, hold on.
I
have to...
I keep fucking between Justin and I, Gaper Bingzoid has become like a fucking verbal stem. We'll just Gaper
Nothing's
Bingzoid.
better than that guy's latest one where
Are
he
these more
literally
Star
leads
Wars
with...
character names?
Where he literally leads with Jeremy Allen White has been cast as Rhoda the Hutt in Mandalorian and Grogu, and it makes the Vine Boom sound like that's supposed to be nonsense that he made up, when in fact that is very true.
Not only is that the case, but fucking people have feelings about it.
I was about to say, how could they do that to Cylon Jinky?
How could they do that? Fucking Rundegar Jones was supposed to have that part.
The whole bit is that he's
There's a
just
few
making
things
shit up.
of value we'll lose when TikTok goes away, and that guy's one of them.
I can't believe I'm gonna lose the soup man.
No.
Gaper Bingzoid. We will always have Gaper Bingzoid.
We'll always have Gaper Bingzoid.
Ben Quadenaris is the greatest pod racer.
This side of the moisture farms.
Yeah.
This
But
side of
fucking-
but the best bit, like his bit's good, but a guy I follow, Mesa Windu, had these bits where you'll have to forgive me, I don't know his name, but he's the ESPN guy, the kind of skinny black one that he has a really loud voice and he like talks passionately about the players, and he has these skits where he pretends to be him talking about pod racing, and it's so funny. You telling me you lose to Ben Quadenaris, and you're gonna tell me you're the best pod racer in the galaxy?
I just
You
like
lose to a
that,
9-year-old kid.
I just like that Professor Coach, like, did it. You know what I mean? I think it's incredibly like valiant to make a very successful TikTok page and then be like, hey guys, because JJK is ending and I quite frankly hate every single one of you, goodbye, I'm gonna go get a job.
Given the state of the JJK fandom, I don't fucking blame him.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
We'll begin soon. It'll be great.
One of the worst I've participated in, and which says a lot because I have to wake up every morning and be a Dragon Age fan.
I was going to say, which says a lot because you were into Homestuck.
You know what? Hot take. Dragon Age is worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Speaking of Homestuck,
I'm a Sonic fan and I'm saying, oh God, shit.
hey, thanks for the segue, Heaton.
Yeah.
I'm gonna affectionately
Oh, no.
strangle Emo.
Why? What happened?
What did the
So
battery?
apparently mouthwash stuck is a thing.
I hate it
What?
here. Nope. Nope.
Curly's
strangle her with a
horned
bit of
her
passion.
ladders.
I hate you. I'm Emo?
It's Emo's fault. I didn't want to see it. Emo put it in my face.
Emo? Microwave.
Okay, when you choke her out, can it not be passionately? Could it be with like some hate in your heart?
There will be no choking. Microwave.
But so speaking of that, chat, you ever pull up forbidden knowledge, to make a point?
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Regularly. Why?
So, in the Dark Ages, because it was my first, my first thing. You take a wild guess. I used to do Homestuck RP
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
Dark Ages.
Mm-hmm.
10 points if you can guess my main characters. I'll give you one because it's Nepeta.
Yeah, that scans.
Well, the reason is so I'm hanging out in another stream, and one of the mods decides that, you know what, we're going to annoy the streamer. Everybody start meowing. Which was a trip. But the best part is halfway through this, I'm here, and I'm not paying attention, and then I decide, it could be worse. So I whip out the forbidden knowledge that is Nepeta cat puns.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody liked that.
No.
See, I understood all of that because I used to also partake in Homestuck roleplay back in the day when I was far younger. So I get it.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I may or may not have an
I've done,
answer.
while I was not a Homestuck, I was unfortunately into Hitalia in my
sorry.
middle school,
Oh.
early high school phase.
I'm
I'm
so
I did
sorry.
Sorry.
I did roleplay with my friends in the Hitalia fandom. Which is worse, role-playing Homestuck or role-playing Hitalia?
Dog,
You know
Dog,
what?
I did both. I don't know what to tell you, homie.
The role
can I
playing
make a really dumb joke?
as someone who did both, Hitalia.
Okay,
I was
cool.
gonna say, no matter what, you're getting Nazi somehow.
Yeah, that does happen.
Somehow.
But
For anyone, yeah.
If you know, you know.
sorry. Real quick. One of the things that I put that made nobody like that was I was like, hey, on a slightly different note, how are we feeling about the patch note? Like, I went into like a paragraph talking about Overwatch patch notes, but with the cat puns.
See, I just
Three frowny faces.
see you got off lucky though. When I was back in the day, I was like super obsessed with Gamzee.
Yeah, of course you were.
Wait,
Oh, I'm so sorry for
The
you.
fuck do you mean? Of course I was.
You're a weird trans alt kid. Of course you liked Gamesy.
Wait,
Wait.
hold on.
She's reevaluating her life decisions.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
I'm watching her life flash before her eyes.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold
Oh
on.
no! Oh no! No!
No, wait.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm claiming Gamzee for the non-binary community now. Can't stop me, Hussy. Actually, please don't
Hussy
stop
is
me.
non-binary. Good for them.
Please don't stop me, Hussy. I would actually appreciate it if you gave me this one. Anyway.
Yeah, Hussy's
That's
binary
also
now. Good for
really
them. Good
funny.
for them.
With Hitalia,
Good
my
for them.
favorite. With Hitalia, my favorite was America.
Yeah, that scans.
Yeah.
I
also tracks.
roleplayed as America.
Oh, how wild! Also, how does
the fun
that
part-
stand?
I don't know. That one I don't have
It's just the energy.
I don't have a pithy roast for that one. It just seems like something you'd like.
But the bit is, I'm trying to think, is that I am now 26, almost 27. It's been like 15 years-ish since I really thought about Homestuck. Because it ended eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It has still influenced the way I speak.
Yeah, same.
And I still, because I'm a Pisces, I say some fin. I say some fin and any fin and every fin, and it's part of the way that I speak now.
Also, to answer your question in chat, Justin, yes, I've heard of Epic the Musical. I'm friends with Taco Draws.
True. Very fair.
There we go.
Has this stream just become outing ourselves for a weird past taste?
Yeah, not me. I'm actually gonna keep my mouth fucking shut.
I'm actually gonna shut the fuck up, so I don't have to worry about getting called out live on stream in front of everybody.
Fucking idiots.
Come on, Avi, it's fun.
It's really not.
Depends on what it
no,
is.
Also, the only thing I will tell you is that the shit that I did would get me infinitely more bullied. So no, thank you.
Listen, I got to shake hands with a Power Ranger once, okay? I've been riding that high for like 10 years.
Yeah,
Which one?
That's pretty good.
It was, shut up, watch. It was the blue one from Lightspeed Rescue, if I remember right.
Ah, sick.
Me
Reliving my
when,
past interests right now, aka Peanut Butter Gamers Hardcore series.
I'm living my dream right now, i.e., top 3 Johnny player greeting me in chat, being like, "What's good?" and then telling people like, "Oh, this is Avi. We hang out." And I'm like, "Yeah, guys, I hang out with Uwabami. Maybe you guys should fucking get on my level." And then I got fucking killed.
What's
I
go
into fucking
I looked at
DC60 and get my pussy turned inside out.
I looked up at chat, and the first things I saw were custom-made hamster cage-sized microwave. Bold of you to assume that I
Yeah.
wouldn't just stick her in the microwave we have downstairs. Second, what's your favorite hot take on Dragon Age? Oh, I said this is a bit, but it's becoming progressively less and less a bit. I think my current Dragon Age, like my big current Dragon Age hot take, is I think that not only can, one Lace Harding, not only is it like within her character to tell Solus to kill himself, but I think that she should.
I think I've never played Dragon Age and experienced it vicariously through you, and all I'm gonna say is you cannot fix Solus.
You can't. I'm so
Stop trying.
It's not even like, it's not even a fixing him problem. It's like, I've talked about this before, so I'll talk about it again. My main problem with like a lot of the Dragon Age fandom, and specifically this is, I mean, no, I'm comfortable saying this is mostly a white woman issue. I wouldn't say completely, but I would say mostly it's a white woman issue. I am really getting sick and tired of watching people in the fan base not only like be shitty out, like people are shitty out of like out of universe, right? Like all the time, basically.
Mm-hmm.
One of my other like community hot takes is, hey gang, if you spend all day excusing white supremacist talking points from characters you like, you're probably making the POCs in your community very uncomfortable.
Dude, okay, you bringing that up reminded me of a fucking interaction I had with someone that is hysterical. You know how you make the point of, oh, if you hate Yamada and Hanamura from Danganronpa 1 and 2, but you like Miyuiruma, then you're a weird, fucked up shithead.
Yeah.
I was talking with someone who does like Miu, and they're like, yeah, dude, Miu's the fucking best. I'm like, oh, so it's cool when Miu is a weird pervert shithead who sexually harasses people, but when Yamada and Hanamura do it, it's bad because men. And their response was, when did I say it was bad that they do it? I'm like, so you got me, but at what cost?
You know what? I applaud their honesty. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
You know what? I appreciate when they're honest about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you're not like, different. Nope.
Like, no, that person just said with their whole chest that there was no favoritism there.
I got fucking cross-countered. I'm not even gonna lie. You know what? You got me.
I've been
Motherfucker parried me. I don't know what to say.
I wanted to be like, that's based as fuck, but then I realized I shouldn't encourage this.
I've been checked out of Danganronpa for so many years at this point, but like,
Bad.
I watched, I got mixed in real time. Damn, alright, well.
like, you have to forgive me. I stopped being an edgy teenager. I'm an edgy adult now. My tastes are more refined.
Yeah, more refined, huh?
Okay, I swear to God, if any of you ignore the fact I still watch Ruby, okay? Shut up. Anyway.
Yeah,
No, I was just bring up you liked Henry Townsend, the most little pathetic meow meow ever to live.
Oh no! Now I thank you for reminding
Henry
me.
Townsend is the best Silent Hill protagonist. Anyway,
I'm so glad that you have reminded me
Wrong. Harry
that
Mason is right there.
You actively like go to the corpse of Ruby and like poke it with a stick sometimes.
yeah, I do in fact do that. The
Oh
Ruby,
my God, I'm gonna make
the
fun of
Ruby,
you so much for this.
the Ruby Rose Figma posed next to my Super Saiyan Blue Goku figure art says everything I need to know.
Yeah, I have more refined taste now. I swapped out Danganronpa for something that came out recently, I guess.
What did you do?
Mean boy, no. Bad.
My taste got more refined. I swapped out Danganronpa for Hi-Fi Rush. Why? Because your taste evolved? No, because Hi-Fi Rush came out last year.
Also, Hi-Fi Rush is the best piece of fiction ever made.
It's pretty good.
It's
See, in
the
my
best,
defense, I'm
actually.
waiting for Ruby to be over so I can take the pieces and cut it up and make it into something better.
Also,
You're
I
gonna
have
be
to-
waiting forever.
Also, I have to say,
I know.
I also tell Mean Boy no for one reason. It should have been she dangan on my rompa till I mono come. Like, come on, you had that. You had that opportunity for a pun. I'm sorry.
It's she danging on my rompa till I say goodbye despair.
Thank you. That's a good one. No, that one was good.
Wait,
Why do
really?
I need a +1.
Yeah, plus, you
Yeah.
know what? +1. I'll take that.
No, I will always love Ruby because I love Ruby's weapons. I'm a sucker for weapons that are other weapons at the same time.
I took my Ruby OCs and my Little Pony OCs and I just plopped them into a different original universe.
I took my Dragon Ball and my Ruby OCs and I put them in. I plopped them in an original series.
I also plopped my Ruby OC into One Piece, so now she's a One Piece OC now.
We love an upgrade, I guess.
What was I gonna say? I had a thought, and
Was it about Ruby?
No.
As
it's about
as
Dragon
did I.
Age.
Yeah, you were
Oh,
talking
was it
about white.
husbands?
You were talking about annoying white women who probably roll up their windows when they drive past certain neighborhoods.
You're so right. So like, I think it's really like, I don't know. I'm not a big. I don't like the take of like the things you like in media informs you how you are as a person, because like, no the fuck it doesn't. But like, because that's wildly simplistic and fucking overly that's reducing someone's media consumption down to a part of their personality is literally insane. But like, I think the way that you like advocate for said media is more of like an indicator. It's that you've probably heard me make this comparison before, and you'll hear me make it again, because I think it's the best, like, version of this argument that I've ever heard, was, if you're interested in what Cannibal Holocaust did, like, as a feature for film, that's one thing. If you have posters of it on your wall, that's a very different thing. And, like, for me, the big one is this community is, like, way too comfortable spouting, like, white supremacist and eugenicist talking points.
Eugenics.
Like, the big one, I can't get over it. We saw somebody on TikTok, I'm not gonna name names, mainly because I don't remember them, but no free publicity, no free clout. Lumi, hello!
Let's just say it rhymes with blames Blummerton.
But I saw somebody on TikTok talk about how there's no half-elves in Dragon Age, which isn't true. There's 2 of them. One of them is one of the most beloved characters in the entirety of the franchise. Shut up. But someone in their comments was like, well, Alistair doesn't count. He's not elfy enough.
You're toning the line that a lot of academics people that they deal with people not being black enough, Asian enough, fucking Middle Eastern enough. Like, to fuck off with that.
Yeah, I sat there and I'm like, you super don't say shit like that. I'm like, this is like, it's also, like, another one that gets me is how, like, okay, every time...
There's a reason that sounded off to me.
Every time someone's, like, racist to the Dalish, you get, like, a 75-25% split on people in the fandom who will say something about that. And you know what? That's not as bad as it could be. What's worse is, like, hey, gang, I think it's wild that, like, we're all for, like, calling out characters who are actively, like, racist and enslaving elves. It makes me feel a certain kind of way how so many people in our fucking community are like, yeah, Solus saying that being in the Qun worse than slavery, totally fine. Solus telling Bull that his ethno-religion is makes them no better than animals. I think it's wild how, like, super weirdly okay the community is with being openly capital R racist towards Qunari, when, like, everything we know about them is that they, checks notes, have a collectivist society.
Yeah. Like, why can't we direct our racism towards, like, a group that actually deserves it? Like, this fucking knife-eared...
Because, like, the big one, because, like, the thing about it that gets me, too, right, is, like, you can say whatever you want about, like, oh, well, the way that their society, blah, 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 blah. But, like, you can turn Talvashoth. Like, they won't kill you. You can leave. And they're like, well, the Talvashoth are fucking stigmatized. And they're, yeah, like the way that the Amish stigmatize the people who leave their religion. There's nuance to that. Like, the thing as well is, like, you can't, like, some people canonically in the series find comfort in the Qun, find comfort in the idea of having a place where they're put somewhere where they belong and, like, participating in their society as their society sees fit. Some people like to be niche role fillers, and you know what? Good for them. Like, for example, there's an elf you rescue in Inquisition who does that. And Solus is just, again, that's where Solus is like, well, you chose to join the Qun, and he goes, yeah, because they rescued me from slavery. And Solus basically says, well, you should have stayed enslaved.
Choice.
Heaton, Heaton, is it bad that I want to go to the Dragon Age fandom and just spray half of them with a bottle of water and just go, stop fawning over Solus. He's stupid and says dumb, horrible, shitty things. Why are you fawning over
No,
him?
but he's, like, so sad about it.
You know what? I'm
I'm
so
going
sad
to
about
beat you with a stick.
But he's
Well,
like,
well,
but
you know
he's so sad, but he feels so bad about it.
Well, you know what?
If
I
he
feel
felt
so
bad,
bad
he would
about
have
you
done
guys.
something to fix it.
I feel so bad about you guys because you keep on fawning over him. What about me? What about my
He
needs, you
doesn't
stupid
love you
bitch?
like a person. He loves you like a small animal.
He does. I've
They
seen.
don't treat you like a friend. They'll
They
treat you like an item.
item.
He does. He talks to your Inquisitor like you're a fucking dog. And it's like, Anakin never stopped being a slave. Stop. Yeah, listen, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The main thing about the DA fandom that really fucking irritates me, that it keeps cycling back to, is that this community will say, like, the most horrible, like, off, not past the vibe check bullshit, and then you'll be like, hey, that's a weird thing for you to say. It's weird that you're talking about, like, Anders killing innocent people and calling that justified. It's weird that you're totally excusing Solus's blatant, like, superiority complex and racism. Hey, I think it's weird the way that you talk about the Qunari. And then they'll look at you and go, well, they're not real. And I'm like, yeah, no, they're not. But, like, the fact that this is the discussion you want to have tells me some things about how you feel about the real people who are very similar to these things. You know what I mean?
You know, that sounds like to me. You know, that sounds like, you know what that sounds like. It's just a drawing.
Yeah, it's very, like, I've talked about this before, right? How did I phrase it? Oh yeah, I said one of the things in arguments of this nature that piss me the fuck off. If I see one more fucker go, oh, it's fiction, stop engaging with it at this level. Exactly. For me, the big one is, right, the joke I made, was the, like, oh, yeah, congratulations, Sherlock, wish I'd have thought of that. But the follow-up is, yeah, and if we were sitting down and having a conversation about what kind of potato goes best, is best mashed, and I looked at you and went, well, it doesn't matter, because vegetables are a fucking culinary construct, and the concept of a vegetable doesn't exist in nature, I'd also be a pedantic dickhead too. Like, either engage in the conversation or don't. Like, that's what it keeps coming back to. Retreating to, oh, well, it's not fucking real when you're having a discussion about, like, when you're having a discussion about media is fucking cowardice.
It's literally, from my understanding, it's quite literally just I want to have the deep conversation until you say something I don't like, and then I have to resort to treating it simply, even though I was just analyzing it on a deeper level previously.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that you're acknowledging that this take has some weird, like, fucking, racist or homophobic undertones, and therefore... Also, hi, I'm standing in my corner. Dio and I had a conversation about this when we were at the airport. I said I hadn't thought about it in a while, but I'd thought about it recently with people talking shit about Asmongold, as well they should. But I was like, oh, turns to the community. Oh, now we like Isabella. Now we can stop being racist to Isabella. I see. Okay, cool.
That fine woman deserves the best.
She sure
You people
does.
make
I
me-
love Isabella.
You people make me sick. I've seen how she looks in Veilgar.
It's fucking infuriating. I hate it. I hate that people switched up on her, and I love that. I love that for them. It's like, oh, now that we can make a comment about, now that we can dunk on men, we suddenly aren't racist about the POC woman anymore. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's because we've started being racist towards Katerina instead. Cool! Big fan! Big fan!
I love how you said that name, by the way.
I had a thought. I had one single thought in this head.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about, oh god, what was his name? Artorias? The half-elf who people say isn't elfy enough?
Alistair.
Alistair.
Sorry, names fleeting, brain no work. I've been up, I opened again today.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's one of those characters that you can have an interesting discussion about being mixed and
Thank you for the
not
follow.
looking a certain way and doing stuff like that. But white woman, I don't want to do that. Sorry, I coughed. There was something in my throat. But there's a really, it's one of those things.
Okay, Google.
Where I want to grab.
Set a timer for 2 minutes.
Where I want to grab people by the throat and say, hey, did you know that you can base topics in fiction off topics in real life, and the way that it's handled in fiction can be really important to some people because it shows that they are seen and heard and cared about.
Right.
Anyway, in this essay,
one of my big ones, right, is we were talking about I was talking about the critique that I keep seeing about like the conversations involving Tosh being non-binary. And I was like, yeah. And I said, and I was like, no, listen, I don't necessarily, fundamentally, like on a ground level, and you'll have to hear me out, I don't necessarily disagree. I think they're kind of clunkily implemented, they're not particularly natural, and as previously stated, I really wish we had like an in-universe word for it, because there's like a lot of modern terminology, especially considering like what we know about Thetis. It's a far more, like, gender-inclusive society than our own, right? So having the conversations the way we have them does take me out a little bit, just from what we've learned. However, I understand that the reason these conversations are like this is because we don't have a lot of chances to have discussions this way. And, like, the way I put it before, right, was like how back in the day, when we were having discussions in media about, like, a character in, like, a sitcom coming out as gay, how those conversations were kind of weird and stilted and awkward, because, like, you had to explain it to an audience that wasn't familiar with the concept, right? So I was like, that's kind of, to me, like, is it a little awkward and stilted? Yeah, but it's kind of a product of its time. We're living in a time where these things need to be kind of on the nose for people who don't understand. Because people are like, oh, it's... Okay, Google, stop. Some people are like, oh, it's so that chuds can't say no. But, like, no, it's also because, like, some people don't have the words for it, or don't understand. Or, like, and it's for, it's more for the understanding of the audience, than it is for, like, shitters to be like, nah. Because, like, people don't care about, like, people in the real world don't give a fuck about that.
Thank you for saying that, by the way.
Yeah, but, like, the thing is, right, like, people in the real world don't, like, there aren't people sitting around a desk at fucking BioWare who are like, okay, how are we gonna word this so that fucking neckbeards on Reddit will not be able to discredit our, like, no, they're doing it to be like, how will trans people react to this? What's the best way we can explain this cleanly so that the audience will understand all the nuances of it? And, like, the thing is we will get to a point in the future where we won't need to do stuff like that, because, like, with characters being gay, or, like, characters in your story being, biracial, or being in mixed relationships, like, as things become more societally accepted, having these rough edges will eventually go away, because it'll be more ubiquitous, like, common knowledge in the world that like we won't need to do all this weird shorthand. We won't have to be so on the nose. People will understand what the shorthand means. The coding can be subtler. The conversations can be a little more nuanced, and not feel like it's only for one audience who knows all the ins and outs. You know?
No, yeah. You have to forgive my initial reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
I was very worried where this conversation was going.
Yeah, because I I as a non-binary person, right? And I'm sitting here like I know all this. So that's why it felt clunky to me. Because I was like, well, I know all this. Like this is not a new thing or a new experience. And those of us who have had these experiences and know people who are trans or non-binary, those conversations will come off clunky to us because we're like, well, yeah, because we know. You know? It's like, you don't need to be so on the nose about it. You can, some people are saying, the people who are saying that are saying it as a dog whistle when they're being shitty, but, for the actual queer community, usually that critique boils down to, well, we've heard this story before. We've experienced this. This is my story. I know this. And so it comes across as being very clunky and, overly explanatory. But, you have to remember that for a lot of people, this could be their first experience with these words, with these terms, with this kind of shit. But we don't live in a world where that experience is ubiquitous enough to not do that. You know what I mean? To not be...
Look, with how incredibly critical and picky I am with 99% of non-binary characters in popular media, I'll take clunky over the alternative.
That's what
frankly.
I mean. I don't think that Tosh's storyline is bad. I think it's a little on the nose, and like I said, I'd rather we be in a place where we can have in-universe words for it.
True, but
like I said, there's reasons we can't, and I understand why we can't now, in retrospect, having thought about it. You know, it's just not a world we live in yet, and that's fine. You know, we'll get there someday. I believe.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
It'd be like.
We love a nuanced
nice.
take.
It'd also be nice if I could if I didn't have to rely on myself as often for rep that actually makes me feel valid under my own umbrella. But fine, I'll do it myself. .mp4 someday, most days. Let me tell you.
And is it basically a trope to have their mom not accept them? Yes, but that's also some people's experiences. Exactly. We're not in a place where the wider world has enough context that we don't need to have that context for them, and that sucks. I don't think we should have to do that, but we kind of do, and that sucks. But it is what it is, dog.
It will be a product of its time in the future, and that's comforting.
Yeah, exactly. There's something nice about living in a time where I see things like this, and then I try to think of it that way to myself. It's one day I'll be able to sit down and be like, oh yeah, it was a little clunky, but that was the times.
There will come a day when I don't get defaultly referred to as a trans woman by 90% of society. Anyway,
because it's just the way that things are. And it's not like they called her a slur or were transphobic towards them or anything, you know? It was just that, the conversation was a little Saturday morning cartoony, you know what I mean?
No, I get it.
It was a little well, kids, some people, you know what I mean? I'm that is what it is, and I'm more than willing to give that some grace in its current time.
Yeah, no, again, my snide here and there comments about my own personal current day gripes aside, Lamau.
Yeah, at least they didn't dead name them for drama. So true.
I feel like when I play Veilguard, I say this as someone who hasn't and knows fucking nothing outside of the attractive. I was gonna say attractive Spanish man, but I'm worried that's wrong. But I also think that's right.
No, he's Spanish. You're right.
Okay, thank you.
The
I was
community
so
keeps
scared.
calling him Italian, and he's simply not.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry. I had a Sonic Unleashed QuickTime event play in my head there.
Spanish?
Woo, feeling good.
Oh God!
But
No, finish your thought. Finish your thought.
But,
This'll be a topic change.
I feel like I'll admit there's a part of me that's going to be looking at Tosh very vigilantly throughout my playthrough because, you know, that's what I do with people under my flag and media.
Mhm.
But like, I'm confident. My exposure to BioWare's past gives me no reason to believe they'd fumble the bag as I'd put it.
Yeah, I don't think they fucked up the storyline in and of itself. It's like I said, I just think some of the conversations around it are a little ham-fisted. That's all.
Yeah, no, again, like I said, considering how critical I am of most popular media's non-binary reps, I'll take clunky over the alternatives. So.
Oh, topic change.
Okay.
Fucking, I saw, Dio showed me a mod, for Veilguard, that made, it gave Lucanus more melanin and made him, like, hairier. Gave him, like, body hair. And the joke I made was, I was like, turned him from Hispanic to Latino real fast. And he was like, damn you right! No longer a Spaniard, this man has become Mexican.
May I call out our dear James Porter out here for something he said in the fucking side chat for this channel?
Yeah, go for it.
What do you do?
He said, Brooke, don't you mean plopped your Ruby OCs in one universe and clopped your MLP OCs in another? Abso-fucking-lutely not.
No, that is not what I meant.
No.
Oh, God, I have a...
That man has no idea what that word means.
I sure hope he doesn't.
I'm sorry.
I sure hope you don't, James.
I heard the term, and I felt years of emotional fandom baggage spawn back in my head, like I'm Light Yagame picking up the Death Note after losing it.
Okay, I think we all experienced a mental flashbang is what happened.
You don't know what you just said. At least I fucking hope you don't.
I was deep in pony fandom as a teenager, for better and definitely for worse.
Yeah, same.
I mean, show's still good, by the way. I reclaimed it from my trauma. It's epic as cool. But like,
my show now.
Because that's a cool thing you can do, Chad, is you can reclaim things that were ruined for you for yourself, and it's really epic. The fuck?
He said, "Oh my fucking god, why did I Google that?"
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you the first time because you ended up peeking.
He got fucking flashbanged. He Googled it.
Why did you do that?
Why did you do that?
Why the fuck did you do that?
Good job, idiot. Good job, idiot.
Okay, no. In fairness, we were like, "Does he know?" And then it didn't. So like,
does he know? Well, now he does.
Everyone point and laugh. Everyone point and laugh.
I was making a horse-based pun on Pop. Yeah, I know you did. We know you were, bestie. Don't worry about it. Now you know.
We know you wanted. Welcome to the forbidden knowledge.
This poor man was flashbanged. Everybody point and laugh.
You know, that does remind me, because something similar happened to me once.
You were flashbanged?
No, not literally.
Flashbang.
Then I have a far more interesting story. But like, and besides, if I wanted to have my sight impaired, I'd just take my glasses off.
Understandable.
Because Lord, how did I live 25 years without any corrective lenses? Because I take these things off now, and I'm like, how did I deal with like having the far away vision be blurrier than something blurry. I don't have a metaphor.
Yeah, it's a bitch. How did I live like this?
Yeah, no. Sorry, I couldn't figure out a way to make that a joke about my dad again.
Oh
well,
god.
like-
So real quick, I just have to make fun of Brooke for a second.
Okay.
So Brooke now has glasses.
Yes, I think you told me this when I got mine, actually.
Yeah, Brooke's
Well,
got
not this, but like
Yeah,
that fact. in
Brooke's
particular.
got glasses now.
Yep.
And she's been adjusting them frequently because she told me that like she's not used to them on her face yet. But like when we're talking, she'll adjust them and like hold them for a second while she's adjusting them. And I noticed that she was doing it for a while, but I didn't say anything because I was like, I was figuring she was doing it like, just like because she was getting used to them, but she kept doing it. So I looked at her one day and I'm like, "Are you anime posing like on purpose?" And she goes, "What?" And I'm like, when we talk, if you chime in, she does the thing where she like holds the side of her glasses.
Oh my god.
And I was like, "Are you doing that on purpose?" And she goes, "No."
Wait, hold on, wait, like holding the side of them?
Yeah, like when you hold them by the lenses, like in anime. Yeah,
Wait,
she was
but
she was doing
an
a
emoji.
yeah, she was doing a nerd emoji so well you see, and I was like, "Are you doing that on purpose?" And she's like, "No, I've just been adjusting them because I haven't
Wait.
gotten used to them yet."
Wait, no, wait, hold on,
no,
wait,
bro,
no, stop,
bro.
I do that, wait, stop, hold on, wait, I do that, wait.
No, Brooke. Solidarity.
Wait, but I do
Am I
that.
the only one on this call that doesn't have glasses?
I think you are.
Honestly, yeah, my guy.
What's it like?
Even though I wear
Weird.
them now, I don't consider myself a glasses wearer. I know that doesn't make any goddamn sense at all, but
It's a mentality.
yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
It's not a phase, it's a lifestyle.
It's not a goddamn arms race. I don't know. There was a joke in there. I fucking
Saying a scene. I understood that reference, don't worry.
thanks. I appreciate it. I'm glad someone did.
Heaton, if there's one thing I'm going to understand, it's references to sad emo music from a decade ago.
Thank God.
Was that Fallout Boy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Listen, I only affectionately I only care about like 3 Fallout Boy songs.
No, that's fair.
I mean, to be,
we can't all be based.
I was gonna say we can't all be like me and Heaton and have immaculate taste.
We were talking. Oh God, I want to talk about this. Who here in call listens to Epic the Musical?
No.
I am.
Well,
I have
you know
wa-
I do.
Yeah.
I have listened to songs from it because I've watched Taco draws animatics for those songs. Shout out to Taco, by the way. I love how you draw Athena. Mwah.
But
Anyway,
like,
you were saying?
What? Okay, I'm gonna probably. It's gonna be my call. What's Epic?
cool. So somebody was talking recently about somebody on, was it Blue Sky? Asked who, like, what's your favorite and least favorite saga? And this house mostly agrees with the common consensus, I think, is pretty close to right. That's the best one is Underworld. If there has to be a worst, it's Cersei.
The only
You know,
song I like and think is actually and is good is fucking Hermes' song. Would you like?
God, Would You Like is good. But
You know, it's a really good thing when you said if there has to be a worst. That's a really good advertisement for Epic as an overall thing.
yeah. But like, someone said the exact opposite, where they're like, oh no, I think Underworld is the weakest, and I think Cersei Saga's the best, and like the entire community just collectively turned their heads and went, what?
Homie really went like that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 meme where it's like, what? Now
I know that sounds
bad.
bad. But like,
If you're gonna listen to it, try to. I know, like, one Mr. Jalapeno had to do his own versions, but I have not heard them since at all. So, but I've heard they're just objectively worse than his originals. So I think you can probably get away with listening to the originals through like fan animatics, probably. So I would listen to the Cyclops Saga and the Troy Saga that way.
All of the epic I have consumed, again, has been from Taco Draws Animatics. Shout out to my home.
If you have not listened to it at all and you want to get into it, that's what I recommend. I know it's not supporting Jorge, but they're the better versions of the songs that I thought were fine to begin with.
This is we were talking about this too, is like, normally Brooke has very based opinions, except for her epic opinions, which are bad.
I'm sorry that I think the first two sagas have some fucking clunky lyrics in them, God forbid.
Listen, it's okay. I can't judge you, because, again, I've only consumed this via a certain person's animatics. And two, that's what my friends say about half my No More Heroes opinions, so don't feel too bad, Brooke.
Is this what it feels like when I talk about Pokemon?
Yes! This is what it feels like when all of you talk about Pokemon, anyway.
Yeah, this is when you and Realm are talking about competitive Pokemon, this is what it feels like.
Doesn't have to be competitive.
Wait, you don't know anything, because you're a baby who knows nothing.
I'm trying to get into this series. All I know right now is, like, pretty women, and Lucario's cool. That's what I know.
I'm gonna let that one go. Anyway.
What do you mean you're gonna let that one? Let what go?
Furry.
Yeah.
The points at you, the, like, anime, like, low angle points at you, furry.
Also, I need to use the bathroom real quick.
Go for it. Go piss, girl. So, fucking, like, listen, I love Brooke so much. It's cool for her to have one, like, negative character trait, and that this is pretty good, I think.
I don't know, I think I have plenty of negative character traits.
It's cool for you to have one bad character trait, and for it to be this is pretty fucking poggers, actually, I think. Alright, now...
It's definitely gotten better aside from the Cersei saga, like, as it's gone on. So, like, I'm not saying that the epic is bad, it's just that it hasn't fucking put me in a stranglehold like it has the rest of the Clock Tower.
Oh yeah, Brooke also won't play Roblox with us.
After them twinkifying Santa, I'm never gonna play Roblox. I'm never gonna play Dress to Impress.
I can't believe this.
Pause? What?
Yeah. Listen, I love Twunk Santa. I think it's really funny.
It's like objectively the one character that you should not twinkify.
The raw comedy appeal of this, like, thousands-of-year-old demon possessing Santa Claus in order to gain the power of Christmas is pretty funny, and I can't. Also, hi, I now have my next 2 video essays are now in the editing phases. So that means that I get to start scripting the next one. And, hey, listen, I understand. I get it. The creators are children, and I'm going to be fair about that, as I am fair in the Oraneo video. Also, though, fuck you. I hate it here. Correlate your shit better. I'm pissing. When I tell you that I spent all of yesterday sitting there sifting through 2.5 YouTube channels and 2 wikis for like hours, best believe, bro, I've got my fucking head in my hands, bro. I can't do this. If you're gonna do an ARG, make sure your shit is, like, possible to find for newcomers. I have to do so much bullshit.
Are we talking about Orineo?
No, we're talking about Dress to Impress.
You know what? I don't care. I don't care.
You will when I release my 1.5 hour long video on it. Then you'll care.
I mean, of course. I love all your videos.
Thank you. I'm excited for that Orineo video.
I'm really excited for that Orineo video. The art that you showed me, the bits of it that I got were so good.
I ended up having to scrap the art segments of that, but I will be posting the art that I did do once the video's over. I ended up having to scrap it because purely it was just not time effective.
Fair.
Like, it was just not conducive to... I was like, oh, doing like 25 individual highly rendered art pieces, I think where I'm at right now, I'd simply rather kill myself.
I would rather download League of Legends.
Well, let's not go that far.
Listen, that's the thing that I've been doing to be less self-destructive. Instead of saying that I want to commit suicide, I've just been saying I think I'm gonna go download League of Legends.
I've been saying I'm going to throw myself into the sea.
I've been threatening to launch people into the sun, but you know.
Precious clown girl.
What funny noise will her card make?
She does the yippee.
Yippee!
Costiga makes the Pornhub noise, by the way. I didn't say that earlier.
Yeah, I figured. I'm gonna be so for real. I figured. I love you. I figured.
I was like, who makes the Pornhub? Oh, I know. Never mind. Fucking, why did I even ask the question?
Exactly who does the Pornhub.
Yeah, Juby does the yippee! I'm going to piss myself. That's a good one.
I'm going to piss your pants.
I'm gonna piss your pants. Consider your pants pissed.
Damn.
I'm a big fan of, I'm going in the device. I'll be whacked with sticks. Bailiff, whack that man with sticks.
Whack his pee-pee.
Whack his pee-pee.
Put that man on the horse, Plinko.
One of my favorite pastimes, is, intentionally taking Justin at, like, the worst possible, interpretation of the things he says when we're having an argument.
Oh, no.
Current example was, I was just last night, we were talking about the new season of, Daredevil that's coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going back, we were talking about something else, and it started with, I was like, I want you to engage with this in intellectual honesty. Who do you think has more sexual chemistry with Matt in season 2, Frank or Elektra? And Justin says, well, considering the sex scene that Matt and Elektra have, Elektra. And I was like, I can't believe this heteronormative bullshit. You can just say that you hate gay people. And then he explained his point, and, like, his point was good. It was genuinely very solid. But then I proceeded to be like, I thought you, because he was like, oh, you know, he said it's not about, whether, because my, like, taking him, being unfair was, So what you're saying is if they'd have fucked on screen, then maybe this would be a different conversation. And he goes, that's not what I said. And he was like, sex scenes have nothing to do with it. And I said, I thought that, and he's like, that's not what I said. Listen, sometimes do we have genuine disagreements where I don't understand his point? Yes. Is one of my favorite pastimes just saying that he's being, like, racist or homophobic when we're having an argument, and listening to him be like, that's not what I fucking said. And then just taking him at his worst interpretation anyway? Yes, it's very funny. And he knows I'm kidding because I do not even pretend to make a straight face when I do it. I just laugh directly in his face when I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. This is my equivalent of when Dio calls me racist. Accuses me of saying slurs when I would never. I would never.
What are you?
I miss Mortis.
I miss Mortis. Consumed by capitalism.
I can't wait to do this explaining Star Wars to him. And then I'm gonna have it at the end of every movie summary be like, do you have any questions? And then I'm prepared for most of the questions he has to either be answered later or not possible to answer.
There's two outcomes, and I'm never right about which one is which. Because sometimes I'll ask Justin a question that I'm positive the answer will be like, well, we don't know. And then he'll be like, no, we find out, like, X time, or in X book, or, like, later on in the season you'll see it again. And I'll be like, oh, okay. And then sometimes I'll be like, well, there has to be an answer to this one. And I'll look at him and he'll be like, wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Back.
It's one
I am back.
Welcome back. It's one of the things I fucking hate about Star Wars. My one fucking great pet peeve with Star Wars is that 75% of the time I'll be like, hey, this is really cool. Does it ever get no? I'm like, oh, okay.
Man,
Fuck
I
me
can't
then, I
believe
guess.
It was even the funnier thing that happens is when it's like, nope, and then then they do.
Fucking us talking about the fucking Zillow Beast.
The fucking Zillow Beast. Fucking. And if Justin still has plans to put that in Star Wars game, that'll be fucking wild. And then fucking, like, I have to change a joke because I make one about Rhoda in my fucking script for that.
It'll be great.
Also,
Yeah.
I made the cart for Lunch Bunch, so you should put that in.
Eepy?
EP.
Go Eep.
I go Eep.
Thank you for joining us, Aether.
Tomorrow he been stream?
Tomorrow he been stream. Tomorrow's gonna be Silent Hill.
Oh, nice. Jim Sunday.
Aether joined to make fun of fucking
Jim
Jimmy
Sunday.
John's stupid shirt.
Jimmy John's stupid shirt's the best one so far! Alright, go Eep. Go Eep, go
Thank
see.
you, Aether. Very cool.
I love you guys.
I love you too. Go Eep. Go Eep. Go Eep, go Seep. Alright. Hang on, let me, just one sec, I have to go use my phone, hang on. Every time I pull my model, down, it's because I have to use my phone.
Jimmy John stupid shirt.
Jimmy John's stupid shirt is the best one so far.
It definitely is. I love Jimmy John's stupid shirt.
What did you pick? What did you pick?
I picked Five Guys.
Hell yeah! Burger!
I usually pick Five Guys myself.
Burger.
I wasn't feeling chimkin nuggies from Wendy's, and I wasn't feeling much else, so I went with the safe choice of Bubger.
Bub Edgar.
I actually don't know if I have a Five Guys nearby. If I was living back in the previous place I lived in, I knew where it was, but like, I don't know where one is here.
I will lemonade.
See, I was just trying to make a joke about
Okay.
sex.
entered.
Because
Cool.
I think it's funny.
I'll take an Arby's 30 minutes and it's free, right? Oh, we were, by the way. So, our dear James
Yeah.
was talking about going to MomoCon.
Yes.
So we looked at each other and went like, oh fuck, so I guess we do have to go to MomoCon this year.
I mean, I'd like that.
And it's purely so that way we can go get Arby's with James again.
I mean,
I
hey.
can't wait to be absolutely bombarded by the most British man and once more.
I mean, hey, I'm down for hanging out with you guys again, and also James again.
Keaton,
Well, James hasn't been there in a while.
Keaton,
Yes.
next year,
Wasn't he?
if you go to MomoCon,
Mm-hmm.
there's something we must do. I need you to take your phone
Yeah.
and we need to trade a bunch in Pokemon Go.
You're so right.
I only thought about it towards the end of that trip, and we didn't do it. We should have. God damn it.
See, speaking of forgetting things during previous MomoCons that I have to remember next year, I have to remember to not forget the fucking Garfield necklace that I'm supposed to give my sister. Bitch been waiting. That bitch has been waiting down that for a year at this point.
Where the hell is my Lily's brush? There we go.
Also, funny bug.
Funny bug lady.
I do like funny bug lady.
Hazel's so cute.
There we go. Like that.
Honestly, honest above, Amphro insects are incredibly underrated.
I agree. She's just a baby. Hi, baby!
I genuinely like Amphro insects, especially because they get like the big ol' eyes and shit.
She has nothing if not big ol' eyes.
Wait.
Don't you look at me with them big ol' eyes. Wait. She's a sweetie. She likes her bugs. She's a swarm keeper ranger. She raises bees.
Nice.
Then I think
I don't know why
underneath were. Oh, these are way too big. Hang on. Oop. A little smaller. No, too big still. Let's try something else. Oh no, the hydrangeas are too.
According to all known laws of aviation, there's no way that a bee should be able to fly.
The bee, however, flies anyway. I'll use morning glories. That's cute. Boop,
You ever?
boop, boop.
Do you think she would recite that?
I think she would with great amounts of gusto and joy.
I love that.
Boop.
Okay,
boop.
she likes jazz, confirmed.
Hold that.
You like jazz?
I wish I could like make the point size like 0.5 because they look blurry like this, but it is what it is, I guess. Then I have to do this. Lower levels, invert, wipe. There we go. Boop. A lot of the brushes that I like for stuff like this, in CSP are kind of a pain in the ass. Mainly because they don't, like, translate to my art style very well. And that's a recurring problem. B. Leg. B. It's a bee.
Yay.
About time. Even
She makes the Pikmin sound, by the way, in case you were wondering.
Pikmin.
even
TP.
even
TP.
even.
TP.
Hi.
Hi.
Pikmin.
I've also decided that she can't speak. She doesn't have the mouth parts for it.
Oh.
I mean, Pikmin. The only Pikmin that have mouths are the blue ones, and even the red ones still make the Pikmin noises. It'd be really funny if she just was like Pikmin.
Pikmin. She was kind of the closest to, like, what I think a Pikmin... She's the only one I could think of that would make that noise.
Pikmin.
Pikmin. Especially considering that Rudy is gonna do the yeah-ha-ha!
Yeah, ha ha ha! You found me. There's something so funny about the ugh that they make in the video game.
Trying to do the opening of the B movie while your mouth is closed is surprisingly difficult.
See, that just reminds me of, like,
I don't have to do the manual hatching anymore. Watch this shit.
like you bring, like, when you were trying to do the B movie thing without opening your mouth, my brain just instantly was like picturing, it's like, oh, so it's Sir Daniel Fortescue from Medieval reading the B movie script. You know, because he doesn't speak.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Medieval?
Forgive me, forgive me, my,
No, you're not forgiven. Jail for 1,000 years.
Anyway, that aside,
My jail time aside.
yeah. Actually, that's a really funny sentence without realizing it. My jail time aside, fuck. Oh yeah, earlier in chat, Justin, the thing that brought up Epic the Musical earlier, said that the whole musical theater thing wasn't a phase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have come to the horrifying realization the other day, I posted about it on Blue Sky, that I think 2024 is just the year I realized I like musicals.
I saw that. You were like, I'm a theater kid?
Yeah.
Always have been.
Like, dog, when I tell you Nezzy was in my DMs with recommendations, I think that is the most excited I've seen Nezzy in recent memory.
What did the mouse give you?
Hold on. I only remember a handful of them because it was a long list.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so, let's see. Yeah, we do be winning. There's a Ride the Cyclone.
It's a good one.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
Hairspray.
Yep, classic.
Hamilton.
Yep.
I've already seen Hamilton though, so took care of that one.
I saw Hamilton live.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Good one.
Also recommended Epic.
Mm-hmm.
Moulin Rouge,
Yup, classic.
Hairspray.
I already said that one, but also a classic.
I did, sorry. Long list, you have to forgive me. Brought up Death Note the musical, which I'm also already familiar with.
It's a terrible adaptation of the story, but a very good musical.
Hold on.
She's so
It was a big.
fluffy.
It was a whole thing like that. I just loved how excited he was. Honestly, like it felt like he had found someone new to throw all this at, and it made me happy.
Hades Town's another good one.
Oh, he did recommend Hades Town. It's on the list. Yeah.
Beetlejuice is a good one.
Love the Beetlejuice musical.
I've listened to the soundtrack because Alex Brightman.
Okay, now I'm on my computer.
I
Finally.
sure do love Alex Brightman's existence.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
You told like I learned that he was Dewey in the School of Rock musical, and I'm like, that makes so much sense. Perfect pick, actually.
Truly, it does. I did not know that either.
Oh, I need to add to my PowerPoint.
So to say, I know Alex Brightman from Check's Notes. His one-sided beef with Danny D'Amata.
Well, Danny Mata's one-sided beef with Alex Brightman.
It's true.
But like, see, I mainly know Brightman for all of his work within Helloverse projects. And again, mainly for voicing my sweet baby boy Fizzarali, but there's not here or there.
Understandable.
The only thing I really know is that he is Beetlejuice in the in the original Broadway Beetlejuice musical.
Yes, which started this conversation. Yes.
I had the BRB immediately, like not immediately, but like a minute or two ago. I just did it silently, and I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You're fine.
I wasn't trying to like.
No, it's cool. You're fine.
Doc, I promise you, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine that you are able to walk away from your Discord account for 2 seconds. Most people can't do that these days, so...
It's so true.
Okay, that was funny.
Boop,
I
boop.
could always just go
Man.
outside and touch grass.
But where's the fun in that? There's a stream
By the
happening
way-
right now.
By the way, Heaton, you never got back to me.
About...
I asked you in DMs like a good 2 days ago about what you thought about the Bendis run of Daredevil.
Oh, I've never read it.
Well, that answers my question.
Listen, I'm so selective about my Daredevil stories purely because I'm so tired of people trying to make him Batman.
No, I get that. No, trust me. I'm not judging.
I was like,
Like,
that
I
sounds familiar, and so I cross-checked it against the ones I have read, and I was like, no, that's not any of the ones I've read.
Because,
I was confusing him with Brubaker, and I was like, oh, I read that Brubaker run a while back, but...
yeah. It's just that 2 days ago, I was in a conversation about comics, and Daredevil came up, and then my normal go-to friend about comic stuff was like, she brought up Daredevil's the one character she's never really looked into. And then I was all like, don't worry, I have Heaton, I can just ask Heaton.
The one I like is, I like Mark Waid's run.
Ah, sick.
Which apparently, according to Mark Waid, was a hot take!
Yeah, I told him that it was what the 2011 run was what got me into Daredevil and that it's my favorite. And he said, you know, that's an unpopular opinion, right? And I just had to nod and say, yeah, I know.
I heard that man, an old man with white hair, the man who wrote the comics, go, the overlap of people who hated my run of Daredevil and think that the Zack Snyder movies are the best is a fucking circle. In a room full of comic book nerds, and that was the moment that I'm like, no, I love you, Mark Wade.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I can't, I really cannot fathom the idea of a silver-haired man just sat there at a convention center going, kid, your opinion is cringe, but fair.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at
No,
your
he
chat.
just got a lot of shit for his fucking run. That's
People were
why.
just horrendously shitty to him about it.
Yeah, like
Which is
Also,
crazy
check-
because it's the best run of Daredevil there's ever been, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, I guess I know which one to read then.
2011 and then his 2014 run that picks up basically immediately afterwards. Stop there because Zdarsky sucks.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's the run that Zdarsky ruined.
But
We already have Batman. His name is Moon Knight. Exactly!
Okay, like, speaking of Moon Knight, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Actually. You know what I find really funny about the Marvel Rivals community? Well, besides the fact there's, like, all these, like, super overly edited, like, macho edits about Moon Knight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know
exactly what you mean.
But, like, one, everyone has decided that that every Luna Snow edit needs to have Les Seraphim as the backing track, which I'm not going to question that.
Which they're right.
No, they're right. Again, as a Luna Snow main myself, I heavily agree with that decision because Luna is my most played character in the game.
I saw a post on TikTok.
Yeah.
That was making fun of everybody for their mains. And the Punisher one was, oh man, I just got off of a long day at work. I have to make sure that nobody on this game has any fun. And so I responded with, as a Punisher main myself, I have made it my duty to make sure that I am the thing that Venom and Iron Man mains see at the foot of their bed every night.
Dog, imagine you're trying to sleep and there's just Heaton with, like, the skull face paint on, and then, like,
I want you to see a picture of
I'm sorry.
I want you to see a picture of a skull and hear the Prowler sound.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Go ahead, sorry.
I mean, to be fair, like, that'd be like I'm just gonna be the one here to make sure that nobody else has any fun. Like, I'm sorry, sir, but there already is a game for you. It's called League of Legends.
Exactly. Which Marvel Rivals character, if they were gonna get an edit, would get Fall Out Boy Immortals as a backing song? Probably Adam Warlock! Considering his kit.
Yeah, he revives people. Side note, my DPS main, because my support main is Luna, but my DPS main is Star-Lord. Because he has a brain cell count of 5, and they just made him Sonic the Hedgehog in Rivals, so...
Way too cool!
I was about to say, because, like, you need, like, every man you date has to have been dropped on his head when he was an infant at least 5 times.
See, I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
Alright, last one.
But I also don't want to say, who is that?
This is Trace.
Who is Trace? I like the silly fella.
Okay.
Like, hold on. I need to know about the silly fella. Who's the silly fella?
So this is Trace. Trace is a character I played in a one-shot for our Star Wars game, which you can listen to wherever pods are cast and also YouTube.
Which turned into a 3-shot, but I have not edited nor uploaded, and I don't know if I ever will, but we certainly played it.
Listen, if Justin's one true fault as a DM is that he doesn't know how to pace a one-shot, then he's doing pretty good. So he's a Jawa.
Okay.
A little man.
Base.
Teeny.
Little entity that are all queer, by the way. That is canon.
It's so
They're
true.
little rat folk. They're rat folk. They're rat adjacent.
I keep forgetting that underneath the cloaks, they're rats. But So the team consisted of 3 Jawas and their Lasat dad,
Which was me.
Trace is one of the rogue builds in SW5A. His whole kit is based around, I am now behind you, you are being bonked. You turn around, spoilers, I'm still behind you, you're still being bonked.
This giant cat dad and his menaces to society.
He is nothing if not a little
Bruh.
creature.
Like, I just love how fucking but nah though, because like Jawa are just everything perfect, and I need to get that clip of Blake Jennings going what was it? It was like a clip from one of his Stardew Valley videos where he was showing the entity in Stardew Valley who kind of looks like a Jawa. I can't remember his name.
Krobus!
And
I love Krobus.
okay, that's the one. And like it was like the tier list of which one of them can say the British word for cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
And like he was just like, oh, Krobus absolutely can, because Krobus is an entity and anything that is an entity is queer, because he said that while he is cisgender, if he was to identify as anything other than a man, it would preferably be a threat.
It's true.
And it's just like, mate,
Trace's bit is
we need
bonking you,
more people
bonking
like
you,
that.
bonking you, bonking you, bonking you, bonking you.
I'd like to share with the class that the language that the Jawa speak is in fact called Jawese.
Jap.
That
Joey's.
sounds like a urine infection.
Jaweezer?
No.
I love, Trace was one of my favorites because, a great example of the character that I had created was, so there's a door panel, and we were trying to hack into it to get the door open, and everyone else had taken a turn and we couldn't get the stupid thing to open, and so Trace goes, alright, let me get a shot at it. And he just walks up to it, and I was like, I just whack it. I just whack the shit out of it. And then I broke it, and it worked.
We, unironically, if it doesn't work, hit it harder. Sigma grind set rule number 523.
Panels do whatever the fuck you need it to in Star Wars when you shoot it. That's the rule.
That
And-
is true.
And he was like, there, I did it. I fixed it.
I mean, to be fair, that is kind of just like the rule in like almost like any fiction where there's like any sort of like technological based like door or locking system or whatever. Just breaking it always makes it open. Like
Makes it do whatever you need it to do.
It was very funny
exactly. It
that
just does whatever it needs.
we had a bit that like that in episode 7 of Star Wars game, which by the way you should go listen to wherever pods are cast. I have recently made fucking playlists for the individual arcs if you either want to go back and re-listen to one or you want to break it up into more manageable chunks. But it was a bit where I was like, oh, I have a cantrip that lets me turn on and off devices that have like a button or a switch on the outside. So I because they turned out the lights on us in this little skirmish that we were in, and I turned on the lights, and then Justin just had one of the weak ways just fucking break them. It was a funny bit.
Trace also got, he was also, assailed by a fucking, droidica.
So was Gaelic.
It was so fucking funny. He was like, I got it! Bonk! And I didn't beat its AC, so he just walked up behind it and whacked it as hard as he could with his, gaffy stick, and it didn't do anything, and it turned around, and he was like, well, I'm all out of ideas, and then it shot me.
Yeah, another good phrase would have been, here's your whack fuck.
Oh yeah, that was here's a game of whack fuck. Because that's what I did. I was like, here's a game of whack fuck. Whack. Fuck! Ah! And then
I'm sorry. My brain just like... I've been at work today, okay?
Understandable.
Work sucks.
I have... I don't mind it, but like... Fucking... Like... But... My brain is already exhausted, basically, and my brain cells continue to burn.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
With me, like...
Game of whack fuck, I am stealing that.
I'm gonna play a game of whack fuck here. Whack fuck!
Something. Work is fine in the sense that, work is... It's work. Unfortunately, they whenever they have me at work now, it's really early in the morning, and I get tired, and then I go home, and immediately I'm like, if I'm not immediately dead,
Yes.
it's just just that's kind of my
Yeah, I feel that. Cause
I've been
like,
up since 3:40 this morning.
I'm sorry.
Your body was not having it, huh?
No.
I also heard that I've transferred the Curse of Ra onto you.
The what?
I mean, I was due anyway, so...
I'm sorry about it anyway. Somebody has to be, and God knows Mother Nature won't.
The other trans femmes in this call never have to worry about that for this fucking bullshit.
How lucky you are.
what?
Periods.
I'm scared. What's going on?
We're talking about having our period. I just got
I've never heard it called the Curse of Ra. I thought you were talking about that meme where it just plays that like very stereotypically Egyptian sounding music.
Dio started calling it the Curse of Ra, and so we were like, that's funny.
You...
Also, it's funnier to say that I've transferred the curse.
I've been the other way around,
I was
to be
about to
honest, 'cause
say.
you're a little early.
I am early. It's probably your fault, but, it is what it is.
It's also probably Dio's fault.
It might also be Dio's fault.
I'm terribly sorry. I don't know why this is where my
Sorry.
brain went.
The more you know, menstrual cycles are contagious.
They are. That's actually true.
Oh, wow.
Okay. When you live in close proximity to other femmes, you sync up.
There's not a ton of, corroborating, scientific evidence backing it up, but,
But you do.
Yeah.
But you just know it's true.
Listen, mine completely changed since moving in here. To be more in line with Brooks, so...
Does this mean I have the alpha uterus? I don't know.
I think that's what that means.
You better not mess with my gang.
I'm so...
I'm sorry, Alpha.
Oh, that should be my Twitter username. Honestly, that's so good.
Alpha Uterus just sounds like it comes from one of those audios by that guy who does the "You better not mess with my gang" audio.
You're so right.
Like, the guy who's all like, "Fuck you," said the "fuck you" girl, stealing my balls and throwing them like a quarterback.
I have not heard that one yet.
Yeah, no, that's one of them.
That's a good one.
So is the obvious, you better not mess with my gang, or you'll be messing with Oopie Goofy, General Munchkin Man, Little Jim Bob, and worst of all, Larry.
My favorite version of that was the one that was, the gym leaders from, Scarlet and Violet. And then it's just actually Larry.
Let's say, isn't there like an actual MF named Larry in that game?
I love Larry. Larry's cool.
Because like the only...
It reminds me of the other audio that's like, the Minecraft. The racist. Steve.
Yeah, oh yeah! The racist.
Minor,
Steve.
the builder.
The
racist.
racist. Steve. Justin.
Sorry?
Justin's the racist.
Sorry.
No.
Listen.
We can't crack jokes
How
like that
is...
when he's not
Oh,
here.
okay. I thought you meant Steve was the racist.
No.
Justin's not racist.
No, Justin's not racist. I'm kidding. I'm joking about the way he treats Minecraft villagers. Justin's not actually racist.
I mean, to be fair...
To be
Minecraft...
fair.
I'm sorry.
Minecraft villagers... They only really get in the way.
I can't believe this. Danica's racist.
I am not. Listen, no, hear me out. Let me explain.
Are you also going to be like, oh, they like living in the box?
No. What the fuck? I don't even know what the... I'm not even
yeah,
saying
what the fuck? Danica doesn't give them a box.
Hold on a moment. What about a box?
Justin puts them in a box in our Vault Hunters worlds. Puts them in the box.
Yeah, you get... Yeah, I'm not on that level. I have never once thought about putting them in a box.
No, you put them in a tiny corridor. That's all they need.
I was gonna make a joke, and then I realized it was like not appropriate.
But sorry though, because I love how like I'm currently like working with like temporary Wi-Fi that has like the speed of like someone trying to run underwater, and because of that, like when you were about to say what's it? Justin's not racist. I'm just saying this. It glitched for a second, so I thought you were about to say Justin's not racist. I am.
No! Stop calling me Heat and Noru racist, please.
I feel like that's what. I feel like that's what. I feel like that's what Frieza says. I think that's what. That feels like what Frieza would say about Ginyu. It's like, Ginyu's not racist. I am.
Fuck it. Every time. I tell Dio that I'm going to have to end up sacrificing Davrin because of my narrative choices throughout the rest of the video game, and he's like, "Oh, I see how it is. Heat and Noru racist," and I'm like, "It has nothing to do with that." What the fuck?
God.
Okay, it doesn't have anything to do with the racism. It just has to do with the statistics, right?
And with
I'm actually
right, Paul Joseph Watson.
I think I'm actually in the lower end of the statistics. I think more people sacrificed Harding actually. Which doesn't surprise me with this fucking community. God forbid we let women succeed, but that's neither here nor there.
And with that, I'm
Damn,
gonna be
that's
off.
crazy. That's crazy.
Later.
You take care.
What a choice.
Bye.
Bye.
Heat and no room at the end. That's a good...
food's here.
Alright, I'm almost done. I literally just have to do one last thing and then I'm done.
An amazing conversation we've had the last 2 hours.
The timing was perfect. Oh my god. I'm a genius. I'm good at everything. Don't even worry about it.
I mean, I'm not gonna refute that.
I just need to add the catchlight and then the last few details. Oh, look at that. Look at Heaton being on top of her shit for once. God for fucking bid.
Damn, that's actually
My
crazy.
body's not cringe. I can edit Star Wars game after lunch.
Yay!
I may crash at 5 though, since I've been up since fuck you o'clock.
I'm surprised you haven't crashed already. I'd have crashed
Nah,
hours
wait.
ago.
The thing is, you can take naps and not feel like shit afterwards.
Not really.
I mean, my throat gets all fucking dry, and then it makes me feel even worse afterwards.
You
so-
feel more like shit than I do, but I've had a couple of times where I've woken up from naps and been like, what fucking year is it? Where am I?
I still think that's better than me just having been a net loss
It's true.
to begin with.
No, you're right.
I can only get decent naps in when my cramps are fucking killing me and I just have to pass out.
A little bit of green for him to mesh with the background. Aha, ba, ba! And now I just need to put his name on, and then I'm done.
Meow.
Trace. And boop. And boop. And multiply. And we're done! Yeah, look at that! Perfect timing! I'm on top of my shit.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Let's see where we're sending you.
GG, no.
Where are you nerds going?
Oh, so hi Gigi, how are you?
Okay, nobody we follow is online right now. So let's see. Let's go and send you here.
Dope.
Gonna send you to this lovely artist named Waffle Bean.
Sick.
As per usual, behave, be polite, or I'm going to put you in the microwave. I'll see all of you tomorrow for Silent Hill. Goodbye!
Timmy John, stupid
Bye.
shirt. Bye.